The second element is that Jamaica has global mystique, appealing. Jamaica is one of the top 5 strong global brands. People recognize who we stand for, what we stand for, who we are as a people. So Jamaica is, obviously known worldwide for our resistance to oppression. We have been the people who have been assertive, particularly in migrant communities, against racism and bigotry and oppression. We have been known to be that. We have given cover to other migrant communities that come under the umbrella to say, hey, we're Jamaicans. And that's always been who we are. We are not a xenophobic people. We are very open. Anybody can come here and become a Jamaican, essentially, in terms of taking on the lifestyle, the mannerism, the culture. We're very embracing, and that has always been us. And in the 80s, we also developed a notion around our tourism product that Jamaica, no problem, man. Jamaica, and that's part of the grill. Yeah. Mystique. Yeah. The place you come and you just lay it back, just chill. Easy, man. Irie.
That's right.
And that has created a huge brand. Of course, smoking weed and all of that too has contributed to the mystique and the brand and the lore. And our music, very important. Sports, very important. But we have also had people who have occupied very important influential positions in the world because we have exported our talent to the world. Now, in recent times, this vision of Jamaica, this notion, this sense of what Jamaica is being challenged, because when you do a word map of Jamaica, when you tell me what you think about Jamaica, which we have done, by the way. We have employed a world-renowned consultant in brand development to look at brand Jamaica and see what's happening with our brand. What do we need to do to take control of our brand? And what is clear, which we always knew, but it's always, when it becomes vivid when somebody documents it and say, hey, this is the problem in black and white. Violence is emerging as a central theme in our brand. And we must confront it. Listen, if you are in a store in New York and you're a member of the diaspora and you see a product on the shelf, I'm not going to call any name. So let's say one of our popular brands and it's on the shelf, and you're competing with 20, 30 other brands from all over, but you pass all the other brands and you go and take this particular brand off the shelf. What caused you to do that? It's the brand of Jamaica. If you visited Jamaica, you came to a hotel, you came to this resort, and you go back to your home and you're in the supermarket and you see a package and it says Jamaica on it, and you pass every other package and you go for that, what caused that? It's brand Jamaica, right? You're a good athlete and you can run well, and you say you're from Jamaica. People say, Jamaica, identify you. Brand protects all of us. The brand has economic value for all of us. We cannot afford the brand to be destroyed. Think of it this way now. Person comes here, stays in a hotel, experiences Jamaican lifestyle, they have a bad experience. They go back home and they see the product on the shelf. What do you think will happen? You're going to walk past. Right. You're looking for a job and you come up here Jamaica and they say, are you going to be violent? Are you going to be aggressive or something? We must protect our brand. It is absolutely important that we protect the brand. And there are a lot of people out there destroying our brand, doing things that are un-Jamaican. So anyway, we've studied it, and we are going to do a kind of national campaign on everybody's responsibility to maintain and protect the brand, because the brand is what drives our products get sold more than any others. And what we found is that, I don't have all the details here, but just going back from memory, is that when we were compared with our peers in the region, and we said, well, will you visit Jamaica? Very high. Very high. Of course we'll visit. And we ask, would you study in Jamaica? Lower than our peers. And that's a big market, by the way, that we could easily tap into. Studying. People having schools here that people would come to live on. Would you do business in Jamaica? Below our peers. Because of the perception of violence. Would you live in Jamaica? Would you lower than our peers?
Let me tell you something, folks.
This man right here, the Right Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, he's incredible. I have seen a lot of hardworking prime ministers in my life, believe me, but this man, he works harder than anyone. He's honest, he's loyal, and he doesn't quit. People talk about living the Jamaican dream. He is going to make it happen. He doesn't make excuses, he makes things happen. He's what Jamaica is all about. If we had more people like him, this country would be in even better shape. Truly an inspiration. Great guy.
Hello guys, welcome back to Auntie Yami channel. Thanks so much for watching my videos, for the support you are rendering to me each and every day. This means a lot to me. Also today, I want to thank each and everyone who has produced a video which I'll be using today on my YouTube channel, while I'll be showing you this video. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, guys. Go and watch these channels. Promote them, like their videos. If they've got also YouTube channels, continue to support them, because you know they are so special, because they are trying really hard to bring up this content so that we can spread love around the world. Anyway, what am I going to do today? What are we talking about today? Today we are going to talk about why is it that each and everyone out there are showing love to Jamaica. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some of the videos where people are talking and telling the world why they love Jamaica. Why do they love Andrew Holness, the Jamaican Prime Minister? What has he done? Why is it that people cannot talk about other leaders apart from Andrew Holness? Is it reality? To my surprise, even Kamala Harris, the candidate who was contesting for presidency of US, last general election in US, also is praising Andrew Holness. Listen to these videos as you continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share. My people, what is it about Jamaica where each and everyone, including me, loves Jamaica? Is it true that Jamaica is a brand? What is Andrew Holness saying? Is it true that Jamaica soon will become a Singapore of the world? Is it true? Why is it like that? Today is the day for you people to understand where it's coming from. Because even me, I'm confused. What are 5 things where you have just to fall in love with Jamaica? What is Jamaica producing for people like us just to fall in love? Today is the day. Have you ever seen a country out there where if you talk about tourism, that country is on top? If you talk about development, that country is on top. If we talk about politics, that country is on top. Who does that? Jamaicans. You are so blessed. Let's watch these videos as we continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
I don't business if someone who no want blood clot vex with me. The truth is the truth. Andrew Holness is the best prime minister. Andrew Holness is the best prime minister Jamaica ever have. I mean, I believe in a politics. I don't like politics none at all. I don't like politics, but truth are truth. What Andrew Holness do, no other prime minister not do. What Andrew Holness create, no other Prime Minister never create. Andrew Holness developed Jamaica to the day. Andrew Holness is first Jamaica to develop toll. Andrew Holness is first Jamaica to build supermarket in a Jamaica. Andrew Holness is first Jamaica to lick down boardhouse and put up concrete house. No other Prime Minister never do that. Andrew Holness response to the poor people and the other rest of Prime Minister them rob poor people them.
I was born and raised PNP. If you grew up in Jamaica, you understand you either grew up in a PNP household or a JLP household. But I don't know what is going on, people. I have sensed a shift under Andrew Holness's governance. And I know the PNP people them are going to come for me and everybody going to have an opinion, but me not lie. Under Andrew Holness's governance, I have seen so much progress in the country. And as I tell you, I am not a homegrown Labourite, I am a homegrown socialist. But when I look at the developments that have been happening in the country over the years that Andrew has been in power, when you talk about buying school bus for the rural routes, now a third urban city has been identified down in St. Elizabeth. When we're talking about Andrew Holness heading up CARICOM, getting the respect of boss leaders like Amir Motley out of Barbados for just his intellect and his vision and his strategy. I already made my video about my experience at PICA and just how they have rehauled and re-engineered certain processes at these government agencies to make the experience more satisfactory for Jamaicans and more efficient. When we think about the investments, Spurtree Hill, Pedro Plains, irrigation project, it's like, me not lie, me just feel like there is an energy and there is a momentum. There is just so much optimism in what Jamaica has to offer now more than ever. Jamaica's poverty index being at a historical low. This is like a 50% drop since 2021. So many positive things are happening, and I don't know if us as Jamaicans can truly continue to say, is that a contributing factor to a lot of the progress and the momentum that is going on. Reduction in unemployment, free housing for poor people. I don't know if this is pure sensationalism by the media and the party, and there is always room to do more and to do better. But at the same time, I think we can recognize progress and we can celebrate progress even if it is not perfection. Let me know if I am the only one who has been seeing this progress. And whether you're Labourite or whether you're socialist, can we come to the table as Jamaicans and call a spade a spade?
So, I mean, if you're walking into the office of a portfolio manager here in the U.S. or in some other major country, I mean, what then becomes the selling point? I mean, beyond just, you know, the economic boom and other things that are going on in Jamaica, from an investment standpoint, I mean, what do you sell them on? Is it just sort of the nearshoring opportunity for U.S. companies or what?
So I think nearshoring is one, but more importantly, they need to think of Singapore in the Western Hemisphere. I think that's where it is. Jamaica has this...
Singapore in the Western Hemisphere.
Western Hemisphere.
Okay.
Jamaica has a seventh...
That's a bold claim.
Well, it should be. I mean, Jamaica has the seventh largest natural harbor in the world, similar to Singapore. We're next door to one of the largest markets, just like Singapore is with China. Jamaica is here with the U.S. If you close your eyes coming out of the Panama Canal, you run aground in Jamaica.
Jamaica is the Mecca of the Caribbean. If you're Jamaican, pat yourself on the back. Jamaica is such a tiny country, but the influence is huge. I mean, the music, the culture is undeniable. So if you're Jamaican or of Jamaican descent, big up your chest. We created more music genres than Americans. We got the fastest people on the planet, and Jamaica's influence is everywhere. Jamaica is the capital of the Caribbean. So if you're Jamaican, put your hands in the air and wave it like you just don't care. So to all my Jamaicans, them in Jamaica and around the world, or if you're of Jamaican descent, big ups to you.
As if you needed another reason to go to Jamaica, here are 5 reasons why I'm going to tell you to go to Jamaica and book that trip right now. Number 1, Jamaica hosts the largest reggae festival in the world. Okay, so if you like reggae music and you're trying to have a good time on an island, this is the place to go. Okay, it's every summer. I think it's usually in July, like mid-July, sometimes early August, but it is an undefeated experience, I'm telling you. Now, if you want to learn about how the local people are living, you find your local Rastaman. Okay, make sure he's at least 65 years old, looks like he's 40. Okay, and he's going to give you all the tea about everything that's been going on, not only with the local people, if you want to ask, but also with the tourism, with people coming in, buying lands, and just how everything and all of that is affecting the Jamaican people. Additionally, if he is on a cart or a bicycle selling fruits, that's going to be the best fruit that you have for your whole trip. I'm just letting you know now. This one I don't really want to elaborate too much on because, you know, of all the guidelines on TikTok.
Rating every country's flag in the world, Jamaica. This one is an absolute beauty. I think this might be one of the best flags in the world. It's got the lovely saltire cross with a unique colourway. Jamaica's the only flag in the world that has no red, white or blue shades.
What is it about Jamaica where everyone is just talking about it? Even in diaspora, people always talks about Jamaica. Even in Africa, even in Asia, you see Jamaican flag flying everywhere. What is it all about? Are there not other countries in the Caribbean? Or are there not other countries who have got beaches, special food, athletes, sprinters, you name it? But what is it that's so special? And even now, politics, people praising the Prime Minister of Jamaica. What is it all about, people? This is what we are talking about today. And someone caught my eyes by saying, do you know what? Where I come from, we are PNP, that area. I was born a PNP. But I have to appreciate, I have to swallow my pride because Andrew Holness has done a lot to Jamaicans. A shift and progress in Andrew Holness' government has made me become so in love with this Prime Minister. This is a testimony coming from someone who is from PNP, who was born PNP, who will even wake up and dream about PNP. Let's listen and continue as we even hear from other testimonies for people who were in abroad, but now they went back to Jamaica and they feel safe in Jamaica. They feel like there is a big difference how it used to be before, where people used to be so scared of murder and even crime rate was very high. But people, they can feel it that now they are living in a safe Jamaica and they are happy to leave diaspora and go back and live in Jamaica. What is making people think about that? This is what is really happening for the whole world to just think about Jamaica. Why is everyone feeling like that? It's because of the leadership of Andrew Holness, who has changed Jamaica, who is still changing the narrative of Jamaica. And there is evidence everywhere, because we can be talking from far like this, and I can understand where you are coming from, but there is testimonies, what people are seeing. And what people are saying is reality. Let's watch these videos as we continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Once again, thank you very much to each and everyone whom have used your videos. And I ask you people to go and watch these videos on TikTok and find out if they've got channels.
When I tell people that I want to move back to Jamaica, the first thing that comes to their mind is, what about the crime? So let me tell you about my experience. I appreciate that my Jamaica is not everybody's Jamaica, but I can only tell you how I feel. And having lived in the UK for 9 years, let me just say this. I have experienced more direct consequences of crime in London than I have ever experienced in my entire life in Kingston, Jamaica. So when I get to England, my car gets broken into in front of my house. And babes, we lived in what they would call an uptown area, and it got broken into, but so sophisticatedly that they don't actually break any windows. It's all done electronically. So you get into the car, you're missing things, and you're almost thinking like, am I going crazy? Because there are no other signs, like physical signs that the car's been broken into. And then you realize actually your little money that you were hiding into the like flap of the mirror is gone. Anything that you had in the glove compartment is gone. And then you're like, oh damn, someone has actually robbed me. The other time, just after COVID, my car was parked directly in front of my house and the whole thing was gone. I called my sister, I said, you saw my car outside, right? She goes, of course I did. The car was not there. When I called the police and told them that my car has been stolen, they asked me if I had any video footage or any photos, and I explained no. They said, well, it was a Range Rover, and Range Rovers are being stolen all the time, so they won't bother looking into the case. I needed to contact my insurance company. I'm like, the whole car is gone and nobody's going to look into it. And then at my restaurant, I had a restaurant in Clapham, again, not the hood. I had a restaurant in Clapham, and a man threw a brick through the glass door, then climbed in to the restaurant through the door and basically stole alcohol and the till and whatever, so robbed me. Then when I looked into putting shutters on the window, because it was like floor to ceiling windows, I was told that it was a conservation area, so the council will not give me planning permission to put a shutter on the front of my restaurant. So I can't protect myself from being robbed again, but at the same time nobody is doing anything to protect me from being robbed, and I'm trying to run a business. In Brixton, I used to have a restaurant, I had it there for 9 years. Post-COVID, the rates of like crackheads and just vandalism just started to go through the roof. And before COVID, there was a little bit of code of conduct, right? Like you had 5 regular crackheads, they'd come and check me at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'd give you a little food, but you would never come into the business whilst we were open, whilst we had paying customers. It was just understood that there was like some sort of respect. Post-COVID, the new crackheads, babes, they never respect anything. They would come into the restaurant whilst I'm open, you're sipping on a 14-pound cocktail, and literally somebody is stealing your bag in that moment. And I'm like, this is getting madness. Again in Brixton, which is supposedly gentrified, someone gets stabbed at 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, you're not even waiting for nighttime? And for me, this was a bit weird. I opened a bar on Cold Harbour Lane. The day I was opening the bar, the roads were blocked off by police because there had been a fatal stabbing. So my point is that I have not ever had to have those concerns living here in Kingston, Jamaica. No, I am not saying that there is not an issue of crime. What I'm saying is that most times in the uptown areas, it is targeted crime. It is not being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Today I was walking downtown and many people are like, oh no, you can't go downtown. I was going downtown, I was taking pictures, I was taking videos, it was fine. Somebody told me that the rate of crime against tourists or expats is something like 0.001%. Something like that, 0.01, 0.001, you get the gist. It is very little. So when you guys are telling me about crime, there is nowhere that I'm going in Jamaica that I ever feel like my car is actually going to get stolen. And the other thing is that I genuinely believe that if something happened to me in Jamaica, there would be some repercussions. Whereas in London, I felt like it was so much about being in the wrong place at the wrong time, because you have like £1 million houses here and then you have like a volatile estate there, which was very strange to me. And I just, maybe again because I feel like a foreigner in London, it just never felt comfortable. I've seen somebody on the train and this man was being super aggressive to him. The guy wasn't even responding and the man smashed his head into the glass and his head just started bleeding and nobody flinched. Nobody said anything. I have confidence that if something happened to me here in Kingston, that somebody somewhere would take up after me. And these are just the things that I just wanted to share. Now please remember, I am not saying that there is not a crime issue. I am not saying that there aren't things that we need to deal with as a country. What I am saying to you is that this idea that in Kingston we're like dodging gunshots all the time, or we're walking around fearing for our lives, clutching our handbags, is just simply not true. And that is my lived reality. I appreciate you guys might have a different story. So no, when I think about moving back to Jamaica, crime is not anywhere near on my radar.
Straight to the top, not a limit. We run the country every day and not for a minute. Yo, who that was and we a go flop, them a mimic. Anything we say we a go do, then we did it. To the country we all we a give it. Better leader by straight to the top and on the limit. Mama said.
What makes Jamaica to stand out to the entire world, and also people getting crazy about it? Global culture impact, as you can see on those videos. Reggae music, as you know, people like Bob Marley. Jamaica gave the world reggae, ska, and dancehall. Legends like Peter Tosh, Jimmy Cliff, as I said before, Bob Marley, spread powerful message to unity and freedom worldwide. These icons did not choose anywhere. They traveled all over the world, and the world to date praised them, and they are still praising them. They will never be forgotten, because reggae never dies. That's what they taught us. So they are still alive there because their music is honored around the world. Rastafarian culture, originating in Jamaica, it shaped music, spirituality, and global consciousness. Language and expression. Jamaican patois is vibrant, rhythmic, and has influenced slang and music globally. What about world-class talent things? Jamaica produces some of the fastest sprinters on earth, such as, comment and let me know, who is that one? Other than Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world. Sherry Ann Fraser-Price, Elaine Thompson, Taylor, among others. Its athletes dominate track and field despite the country's small population. Food and flavor, oh, that one is the best one also. I love Jamaican food. I love the flavors. I love curry goat. I love oxtail. I love kalaloo. I love ackee and swordfish. What about curry goat? Jamaica cuisine is bold, spicy, deeply rooted in African and indigenous traditions. Jerk chicken, as we said before. What about patties? What about ram, Jamaican ram? They are all globally famous, not only in Jamaica, even not only in the Caribbean, but we are talking about a country who is well known the whole world. But Jamaicans, even you people, wherever you are, it's a Jamaica. It's a global popularity. Natural beauty. Jamaica is just naturally beauty. White sandy beaches, waterfalls like Dan River Falls, and Rush Mountains. It's one of the Caribbean's top destinations for the tropical paradise vibes. If you love vibes, then this is the place for you. It's a paradise. Strength and resilience. Despite being a small island, Jamaica has a strong voice in global culture, sports, and politics. As we are doing now, politics. I've been telling you that Jamaican politics is just global thing. Your Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, is so popular. Global, not only in Jamaica. This is what you have to know. Its history of resistance and independence shaped proud national identity.
It's the land of my birth. I say this is Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of my birth. I will never leave.
Everyday vibes. Jamaicans are known for their creativity.
I depress and come here, so. No. I stress.
Humor and vibrant spirit. Music, dance, and community gatherings are a natural part of life in Jamaica. That's why everyone wants to go to Jamaica, my people. Everyone wants to go to Jamaica. Fun. In short, Jamaica is special because it's small in size, but huge in influence, touching the world through its music, food, sports, and culture. What do you think? Let's continue enjoying the vibes of this paradise known as Jamaica as you continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Have you noticed? Surely you've noticed. Jamaica does not have a lot of people, but it is famous. The food, the music, the way they speak, yeah man. The dance, beautiful women. What other nation is so few in number, but is so famous? I don't know. There's something about Jamaica, man.
Rating every country's flag in the world, Jamaica. This one is an absolute beauty. I think this might be one of the best flags in the world. It's got the lovely saltire cross with a unique colourway. Jamaica's the only flag in the world that has no red, white or blue shades in it. And there's no colonial leftovers here, there's no copying from European countries. It's original, it's unique, it's unmistakable. It is easily 10 out of 10.
Me just come out of one Turkish shop. Me go buy some almond, see? And believe you me, when me order the almond, and the Turkish man give me the almond, I write up this for the shop there. Right up there, sir. I show me now one video in place. See? When me order the almond and the man give me the almond, and me take out the money and I go pay the man. The man look at me and say, where you from? I say, I'm from Jamaica. The man say, oh, I love Jamaica so much. It's my dream to go to Jamaica. I say, you're welcome. The man no want to take the money from me in a rasta. Me I pay the man say no want no money. The man I tell me saying love Jamaica and he love Jamaican people. And he no want no money from me. And all me I force the money upon the man I force it back from me. You know what I do? Me put down the money upon the counter. And the man take up back the money and shoot it down in my pocket. So me I tell you now, Jamaican people, you don't know how people love without hurt ya? Eh? Just the name Jamaica alone. I mean I tell you now, you don't live good no man. Just live good Rasta. Cut out the bad living man. People love without here in a man. You don't see it. When you travel the earth, you know how much Jamaica been loved by people in a Rasta. And you see someone on the behavior want to carry on with Jano Star. It a let we down, man. You know see it? One Jamaica. And big up all like Turkish people them. Saying, me, shocking more.
Somebody call Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, and tell him to come to the front of the class. Because when I tell you, PICA is on point. That is the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency that operates in Jamaica. I recently had to renew my Jamaican passport, which had expired for many, many years. And I was home in Kingston and I decided to go into the PICA office to renew the passport. Quite candidly, I was expecting pure patty shop business. And to my surprise, the process was seamless. This is a PICA appreciation post. I went to the PICA office and from the minute I touched the gate, The security guard was on point, efficiently directing the traffic of people who needs to go to where to get whatever they need to get done. And so I instantly knew where I needed to go from the minute I approached the gate. When I went down to the tent, that is the first area of processing. So this is where you go in with your paperwork. There are some people who review the paperwork to make sure you have all the required documents, that they are certified by a JP where necessary, that your photographs are acceptable. Then they give you a number and you go over to the second building. This is where another person takes a look at your documents, and once everything again is in order, they go ahead, send you to the cashier to pay for the passport renewal or the passport issuance. You can do same day service, you can do next day.
Do you agree on what Prime Minister Andrew Holness said about Jamaica? He said Jamaica is a brand. Do you agree? Drop a comment if you agree. If you disagree, let me know why. And tell me why you think that Jamaica is not a brand. Because I've really played more and more testimonies for you to believe that Jamaica is a brand. And do you agree on what Kamala Harris has said about Jamaican Prime Minister? Drop a comment. Let me know, what do you think about his progress so far? His leadership so far. Tell me about development. Don't tell me about personal attack. No. This is not the time. Because whether we like it or not, this Prime Minister Andrew Holness has really done a lot to Jamaica. He will talk about it and he will do. He will promise and he will deliver. Do you agree on what everyone is saying about Jamaica? Drop a comment and let me know about what you think about Jamaica. Is Jamaica a paradise? Do you agree on that? What do you think? Because with me, Jamaica already finished me. Because Jamaica is a paradise indeed. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. Guys, this is very interesting. One small island around the world in the Caribbean, so popular, so famous, global, just because of the talent, the feeling, the smell, you name it. That small island has produced a lot. As I said before, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you very much to all my subscribers, both returning and new. You Lord, you are everything. I love you so much, deep down my heart. You are very honored to me. I don't know what I can say, but you know what? Only God knows. That time you are spending subscribing to my channel, liking my video, it means a lot to me. Thank you. God bless you abundantly and add more and more blessings. Ciao, bye.